Shunsui. Okay, this is gonna be a fun one. Alright, so, my favorite Shunsui Kyoraku moment, the former captain of Squad 8 and the current captain commander. Well, actually, wait, Nanao left too, so I don't know what the hell's up with Squad 8. I don't know who's currently running it. I guess it would be, I guess Tetsu Futsa, the only other member of the 8th Squad we were ever introduced to. You know, the guy that got one hit by Chad back in the Soul Society arc. Fun factoid, he has like this massive crush on Soy Phone. I don't know the fuck why, but he's really into soy phones, so good luck there, Tetsufutsu. Good luck. That would be a very abusive relationship if she ever agrees to go out with you. But anyway, Shunsui Kyoraku, my favorite moment from him occurs right after he killed Stark, and that's kind of a shitty moment in the series for me, because Stark was my freaking, like, he was like my #1 Espada, and yeah, see what I did there? #1 Espada. More ways than one, okay? I love Stark, and you see how, like, elaborate Baragon's fight was? You know, like, they were fighting against Baragon, and it took all this shit to take him out. You know, like, Soifone had to use her Bankai on him, and then that didn't work, and she used it again with Tachi's help, and he still didn't die, and he kept on coming. With Stark, it was just, like, Shunsui cut him, and then he died. Which, I mean, it made sense, sort of, with the Iro Oni, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But my favorite moment is right after he kills Stark, and Love and Rose arrive on the battlefield, and Love basically says to Shunsui, he's like, huh, you never changed, you're always butting into other people's fights, because Love and Rose were fighting against against Stark beforehand, and in the middle of their fight, Shunsui interrupted him and stabbed Stark, and that's how Stark ended up getting killed. But yeah, Shunsui's response to this is essentially like, dude, are you serious? This is a battle. And he says something akin to, you know, it's always good to, like, think of stuff like honor and pride and make sure when you're fighting, but as soon as both sides enter a war, both sides are in the wrong. You know, he's basically like, this is a battle, this isn't a fucking game, we're not fencing here, we're not, like, pretend fighting. This is serious shit where the fate of the world is in the balance. So, you know, pardon the fuck out of me for taking a shot where I got it, where my opponent had his back turned against you. And he's basically like, you know what, I don't care if I have to stab him in the back, I don't care if I have to use underhanded tactics to win, I'm gonna win because this shit matters. So, I mean, this is a lot of stuff that not just Love was expositing, but a lot of other members of the Gotei 13. Like, they were just like, you know, I'm not going to do this because it's against my pride. I'm not going to do this because it would be against what the Gotei stands for. It's like, Shunsui's just like, fuck it, I'm going to win however I can. All right, and that's what a battle should be, and it made a lot of sense, so that's my favorite Shunsui moment. My least favorite moment, and I might be a little bit biased here because this actually just occurred in the manga, we just wrapped up Shunsui and announced fight against Lille, but I'm going to say it's going to be his Bankai release, all right? And the reason I'm saying that, and I actually had to sit down, because I said in the Bleach review, like, I really felt his Bankai was lackluster, but I actually sat down and I thought, why did I not feel really as surprised or, because it's Shunsui's Bankai! This is something we've been expecting the entire fucking series! I mean, not the entire fucking series, but, ever since it was, he was shown to be one of the strongest captains. Probably is the strongest captain, because Take, he's strong too, but he has that sickness thing going on, and, Unohana's dead, and Yama's dead, so right now, he's probably the strongest captain. But yeah, all this shit we were built up to, and they were hinting at his Bankai in the Fake Karakurtan arc. I was expecting it to blow me away, and it just didn't. What is it that didn't really, surprise me all that much? And the first reason is, it was very similar to Rose's Bankai. It wasn't the exact same thing, but the whole idea of your Bankai being broken up into it, like this is Act 1 and it does this. This is Act 2 and it does this. We saw that before with Rose's Bankai. Now, you can argue whether or not it's the same thing. His was more sound-based, and Shunsui's was actually twisting it to make it reality. But when I read that chapter, I was immediately thinking of Rose. This was like a thing that was like, I've already seen this. It's not surprising, because we've already seen a Bankai that acts similar to this. And the final ending technique, the one where he, the Act 4, where he severs the opponent's neck using thread. I thought that was like, that's the big epic final thing we were expecting. He summons some thread and he cuts his fucking enemy's head off? Like, okay, it's a cool technique, but that seems kind of like dull when you consider all the freaking hype that got built up to it. I mean, this would be like, imagine if Ichigo's fight against Aizen, he uses the final Getsuge Tensho, this really cool technique that gives him this whole new outfit, and the bandages, and the long black hair, and the skull mask, and his weapon, his Mugetsu, which is this sword that is made of solid darkness that ascends to the sky, removing all light from the world, and he brings it down, and all that technique does is cut the enemy in half. I mean, wouldn't you be fucking pissed if that's all that happened there? Because I sure as hell would. What? Now, you might be thinking here, like, maybe Tekking, you just had your expectations too high. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Shunsui, Uehara, and I guess Ichigo's new Bankai were, like, really hyped in the final arc. You know, and we see Shunsui's first, and it's like, I just hope Uehara's and Ichigo's eventual Bankai are just going to be more cooler than what we got with Shunsui's. Alright, now maybe you liked it, that's fine, but I was just thinking it was alright. It was an alright Bankai. Not something that just really blew me out of the water. And I felt it really should blow me out of the water. So that's why it's my least favorite moment. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments below on your favorite and least favorite moments from Shunsui Kyoraku. Later.